Welcome to Tech Bites and News, your personal generative AI podcast. Today, we're diving headfirst into the surprisingly deep end of the Oregon Trail. You know, that classic game from our youth? Well, get ready, because we're talking about a 14,000-year playthrough.
A 14,000-year playthrough? Are you serious? I thought my 3-hour session was impressive. What happened?
Oh, it's a wild ride. It all started with a Twitch streamer, Albrat, discovering a bug. See, you can wait at a river, and the game doesn't update your health. Immortality, essentially. So, he decided to wait for 10,000 years.
10,000 years? That's, dedicated. So, what was the goal? To see if they could reach Oregon after all that time?
Exactly. But the first attempt ended in disaster. Disease got them. So, our intrepid hero reached out for help. Enter reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering the Oregon Trail? That sounds intense. What kind of tech did they use?
MAME, an emulator. Think of it as a superpowered time machine for old games. They used it to debug the Apple II version, which, by the way, is written in AppleSoft BASIC. AppleSoft BASIC, yeah.
AppleSoft Basic? That's ancient. So how did they even begin to unravel this mystery? Did they just start poking around in the code?
Well, it wasn't quite that simple. They started by looking for where the game displays the poor health status. They found the memory address, set a watch point, and boom, they were in the code. But then things got complicated. It turned out the health calculations were buried deep within the AppleSoft BASIC interpreter.
Oh boy. Sounds like a nightmare. So how did they solve it? Did they learn AppleSoft BASIC overnight?
Not quite. They cleverly monitored memory, looking for variables that changed with the party's health. They found one, H, and realized they could manipulate it to reset the health. But even then, it wasn't a complete victory. The second attempt only got them to 16,120 AD.
Wow, that's disheartening. So, what was the final breakthrough? Did they finally conquer AppleSoft BASIC?
They actually wrote a decompiler for the AppleSoft BASIC bytecode. It turned out to be surprisingly straightforward, and they found the health calculation formula. The problem? A massive food starvation factor. Even after 14,000 years, it was still sky high.
So they fixed the food starvation factor? They finally reached Oregon?
Almost. They fixed the food starvation issue. But then, a new problem emerged. An error at the very end of the game related to the date. The game couldn't handle a year that far in the future. The original ending screen only allowed for a 2-digit year.
Oh no! That's a cruel twist of fate. So they couldn't complete it?
Not quite. They modified the game's code to handle a larger year value. And finally, after all that time and effort, they made it to Oregon in 16,120 AD.
Incredible! What a journey! That's a testament to perseverance and a deep understanding of reverse engineering. This whole story is amazing.
It truly is. And it shows that even seemingly simple games can hide incredible depths of complexity. It's a great example of how a little curiosity and a lot of technical skill can lead to amazing discoveries. Thanks for joining us on Tech Bites and News. Have a great day and happy trails.
Bye-bye.